Happy New Year! How you all doing? So, you know what they say, that necessity is the mother of invention. I hope I'm right with that. Yes, that is what is happening today. So I'm making something with annoyingly overripe plantain. Yeah, so quickly go call your friends, neighbors, and everybody. Foodies and Spice is about to start. And my name is Gina. During the Christmas holidays, my husband traveled, and on his way back, he brought in some bunch of plantains. Somehow, all of them got ripe the same day. It happens because of the weather. All right, so everything I was serving during the Christmas holiday, I was adding plantain to it so that we can eat it up. But somehow I still have some that got overripe. So I decided to make plantain chin-chin with it. It was really lovely, like beautiful. My kids loved it. They ate everything. The only thing was that it didn't have that chin-chin crunch because I just did plantain and flour, that's all. So today I am adding butter to it to see if we can get that crunch. And even if you don't get that crunch, it's still very tasty. It's something you can use to save your overripe plantain instead of throwing it away. What I'm using is the annoyingly overripe plantain. I'm using 2 cups of flour. I'm using just about a tablespoon of butter. There's sugar to taste. The first one I did not add sugar, and it was subtly sweet. Now, if you want to add sugar, which is optional, just a little bit, you know overripe plantain is sweet already. So let's quickly get to this. All right, so I'll be using 2 cups of flour for this, all-purpose flour, and just about a tablespoon of butter. So like a tablespoon and a half. So I'm going to work this butter into the flour till it resembles breadcrumbs. As soon as the butter is into that flour very well, resembling breadcrumbs, I'll set it aside and mash that plantain. So I'm going to mash the plantain. Or if you don't want to mash, you can just blend slightly or use a food processor to process it slightly. So I'll set it aside, bring back my flour. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm eyeballing that. That should be fine. Then I'll be adding the plantain into the flour. Then I'll begin to mix it. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some flour on the board. And begin to knead until it is very pliable. Okay, so once you knead it for about 7-8 minutes or till it is pliable, then allow it rest for about 5 minutes. Then we'll begin to roll it out for chin-chin. This is good. So roll it out for chin-chin in a bit. All right, so I just cut that ball into 2 now. I have 2 balls, and I'll begin to roll this one out. Flour my rolling pin, and I'll begin to roll. So beautiful, even as I'm rolling. the texture of that plantain. Beautiful. All right, so I'll take a pizza cutter and begin to cut it. So I'll take a plate, flour the plate, and begin to drop the dough. Okay, and we will just begin to fry. All right, so we'll add some oil into our pan, enough oil to give that dough room to float. All right, now something else I'm going to show you today is a very easy breakfast recipe. Toast bread. I have done this video before, but unfortunately I did not see it on, someone was asking me, I did not see it on my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/GinaEhikodi. That's where I archive all my videos, and also on Facebook, so it's not there, so I want to redo it. Very easy French toast. All right, so our oil is hot now. I'm just going to throw this in and allow it fry. Okay, foodaholics, this is good. This is good. Color is very beautiful, and from my spoon touching it, I can feel the crisp. So I'm going to remove it now. I already lined a plate with a paper towel. I love the color. So your plantain shouldn't go to waste again. But this is so beautiful. Like, we have that crunch. As it's cooling, it's getting crunchier. Can you hear that? We have the crunch. So the butter is the trick. The butter worked. The one I did the first time, I didn't put butter, so it was crunchy, but not as crunchy as Chin-Chin. But this is just perfect, perfect Chin-Chin. And the taste, very lovely, very, very lovely. So let's get to our toast bread now. Okay, so my second recipe today is French toast, and I actually learned this recipe from my dad. Yeah, my dad was the first person I ever saw making French toast. God bless his soul. When we're very young, whenever he says he wants to cook, it's usually he's making French toast or fruit salad. All right, so then it was usually the sweet French toast that he would make. And the first time I made it in the Foodies and Spice studio too, I've also made the sweet. But today we are making the savory French toast. Now the savory one, because I'm going to be using spices. I have a powdered seasoning I'll be using. The powdered seasoning contains rosemary, garlic, onion powder. What else is in it? Black pepper. It's just a mix of spices, so you can use any one you like. So for the French toast, of course, we have bread for the toast, we have eggs, and I also have some beautiful things to add some swag to it: strawberry, apple, and kiwi. So let me get to it quickly. The first thing I'm going to do is whisk my egg and season it. All right, so I'm going to be breaking in about 4 eggs. So my seasoning powder, and I'll whisk. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is heat up the pan on the cooker. You can also bake your French toast if you want to. All you need to do is soak it in bread and put it in the oven. But for those who do not have oven, and how my dad used to do it, we used to do it in the pan, but you can always use your oven too. I remember he used to use oven sometimes as well. So it can be done in the oven, it can be done in your pan. And I'll take a bread. Now the good thing is, even if you don't have fresh bread, whatever kind of bread you have is okay. You don't need fresh bread. So just take that bread and soak both sides. That's it. Just soak both sides. Get that pan really hot, or your griddle, whatever you're using. If you want the whole griddle mark, you can use the griddle. Just a little bit of oil, enough to coat the pan. Swirl, 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 swirl. All right, so this is soaked now. Just bring it closer. So while that is cooking, I'll soak this one. So I'll flip the other side to cook. Now give that time to cook. The next thing I'll do now is to start prepping my fruits. Clean them, that's all. Okay, so just before I begin to assemble this, let's make the poached egg. So for the poached egg, you just bring the water to a boil. After bringing the water to a boil, you bring it to a gentle simmer. So all you need to do is crack your egg into a cup, which I've just done. I just cracked the egg into the cup, and you can just do a gentle swirl. The white swirling, you quickly add your egg. So you allow that cook. Poached egg is actually very easy. It's just raw egg cooked in hot water. That's what poached egg is. Now, it's your choice. If you like runny egg, you allow it cook for a few minutes, maybe 3-5 minutes, you bring it out, 3 minutes. If you don't like runny egg and you want the yolk to still be hard, you allow it cook for longer, okay? So this is my poached egg coming together, nothing too serious. It's just boiled egg, or it's just raw egg cooked in boiling water. That's what poached egg is. So allow that come together while I begin to assemble this. So I'll just take a knife and half the bread. Now one portion of this is just enough for breakfast. And I'll put that on my plate. And I'll get my strawberry. Always clean your fruits and vegetables properly. So I'm just going to cut them. Now this just gives you a beautiful flower shape. My poached egg is here. Now this is so beautiful. You can decide to add some syrup in it if you want. So since I have strawberry, I could just add some strawberry syrup in it. This is so, so beautiful. Make it chop. All right, this is so pretty that I actually do not want to eat it. I want to take a picture. Camera, I need a picture. Like, honestly, give me a picture. Here. One more. Thank you very much. So this is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. Especially the poached egg. I'm going to put the fruits by the side and eat it later. All that is for swag. I'm going to take this poached egg. Camera, can you come closer? Are you seeing it? Yeah. So I'll rub all this fruit in that syrup. That's where they belong. So like I said, you can have a runny yolk if you want. If you don't want a runny yolk, you can have a yolk that comes together. But this is just poached egg and the savory French toast. And it's yum. The French toast is so nice. So nice. I like it savory. But you can also make it sweet if you want. So like I said earlier, poached egg is nothing but egg cooked in boiling water. But this is so nice. And for the fruit, oh, very nice. Well, and for my plantain, you see, that first time I was calling it the annoyingly overripe plantain, but right now I am not annoyed anymore. This is so beautiful. So if you have that, you see how overripe that plantain is. It still cannot go to waste. You can make chin-chin with it. This is so beautiful and crunchy and sweet. Here it is. Can you hear that crunch? Very beautiful. So if you try any of these recipes, please send me a picture on any of my social media platforms. Instagram at Gina Foodies and Spice, Facebook Foodies Spice, or F&S Foodaholics. Okay, you can send it to me via email as well. Just send me a picture and I could have a gift for you. You can serve this packet for your kids for school lunch and all that. You can serve it. It's healthy. If you don't even want to add sugar to it at all, that's the plantain chin-chin. You don't have to, but I added just about 1 tablespoon. Our savory French toast was packed with natural ingredients like rosemary, garlic, celery seeds, black pepper, paprika. It's so lovely and it's yum. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Again, see you next week with another beautiful, beautiful recipe. I love you all so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up, share and comment. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click on the subscribe button and notification bell to enjoy more of my recipes.